Keep an eye on the temperature in the bottom right corner of your screen. Just a brutal shift starts tonight, bringing single-digit temperatures through the holiday weekend and wind chills dropping as low as -30 degrees Fahrenheit. That is insane. Thanks for joining us for Denver 7 News at 5 this Friday. I'm Jessica Porter.
I'm Shannon Ogden. Glad you're with us tonight. And a winter weather advisory is in effect for the Front Range. Cold and snow going to make things a little slow going out there. And our Denver 7 team's digging into travel issues, cold weather shelters, and how emergency crews are gearing up for the storm.
Let's begin with meteorologist Stacey Donaldson. Stacey, we're facing days of sub-freezing temperatures.
It looks like it, and it's already begun. 51 degrees our high today. We hit that at 11 a.m. and by 3 o'clock we were down to 30 degrees. And our winter weather advisory going into effect. That Arctic air continues to flow into Colorado. We're down to the 20s at this point, 27 at DIA, and we have 20s into northeastern Colorado as well. So we're on our way to the deep freeze tonight. In the last 24 hours, our temperature has dropped by 29 degrees as compared to yesterday at this time. And that brutally cold air is headed this direction. And the coldest air is still off to the north into Canada. And it's headed this direction by the time we get to Sunday, Monday. So in the meantime, we already have the front edge of this cold air moving in. We also have that snow developing here for the metro, mostly on the west side and into Denver and out across the plains, also up toward Fort Collins. So at this point, we have the snow encroaching on the area. It will continue through the rest of tonight with temperatures staying in the 20s. Our overnight low tonight, 9 degrees, and we'll have the snow throughout the overnight hours with significant snow piling up here for the Front Range. Could see 3 to 7 inches here, 4 to 10 off to the west, and that winter weather advisory in effect until 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So expect the snow to affect your travels tomorrow here for the metro and up in the high country, and ice is going to be an issue as well. We'll talk more about snowfall totals for your neighborhood coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. Stacey, thank you. Get the latest weather updates sent right to your phone. I encourage you to download the Denver 7 app. We'll send you push alerts about the weather wherever you are. You can find us in the Apple App Store or Google Play. Denver 7's Claire Lavazorio continues our team coverage. Claire is up along I-70 in Genesee.
A snowy Genesee. Claire, with a busy holiday weekend ahead, state transportation officials say that cold weather and storm conditions will make traveling even more challenging.
Jessica and Shannon, we're just off the Lookout Mountain Road exit here off of I-70 where conditions are changing by the minute. You can see the flurries already starting to fall here and temperatures quickly dropping. CDOT warning all travelers heading up westbound into the high country to prepare for icy patches as we head into the Friday evening hours, and we're already starting to see a heavy stream of traffic heading both directions on I-70 as we head into the evening commute. Now, I spoke with the owner of Mountain Recovery Towing, who says on average they respond to about 16 incidents every day. That's everything from slide-offs to crashes and recoveries. But this MLK holiday weekend, with the huge number of cars on the road, they're anticipating about 75 incidents per day. Here's their message that they shared with me earlier this afternoon.
There's going to be 1 minute where the roads are going to be just dry to wet and not frozen over, and then the next minute around that corner that you're going to take or wherever you're going to be, it's going to be totally frozen and you're going to be out of control. So be prepared. Don't take anything for granted.
Owner Charlie Stubblefield there says he's seen a record number of first responders being hit on the side of the road this winter season. So he's reminding all motorists to slow down and move over if you see anyone pulled over on the side of the road, especially with the risk of flash freezing that we're expected to see into the evening hours. That includes law enforcement, CDOT, as well as any stranded motorists you may see pulled off on the shoulder. Coming up at 6:30, we'll have another live report on the changing conditions and how you can stay safe and prepared for this cold blast settling in to Colorado. I'm live just off of I-70 near Genesee. Claire Lavazorio, Denver 7.
All right, Claire, thanks. And as always, you and the team be safe up there. RTD is warning of delays in slower bus and train travel this weekend because of this storm. Access a Ride and Flex Ride users should expect delays, and actually you might want to reschedule any non-essential trips. RTD is increasing staff and vehicle checks to try to keep everything running smoothly.
Don't travel if you don't have to. Fire crews across the Front Range are bracing for more emergency calls this weekend with icy roads ahead.
Well, Denver 7's Adria Arajita continues our live coverage. Adria, firefighters, they're going to be battling elements on all fronts this weekend.
Yeah, Shannon, Jessica, let me tell you, these guys and gals are going to be busy all weekend. It's already starting. We're here at a fire station in Denver where you can see that snow starting to fall. At this moment, it's not too bad, but you'll get those really strong wind gusts. And it's not sticking to the ground yet because, as we've told you, this snow is going to melt initially, but that's going to turn to ice as we go on through the night. So you can imagine they're going to start getting lots of calls here on the roadways throughout the Front Range, and it goes beyond just answering these calls. These first responders want to make sure that they stay safe in order to keep all of us safe as well.
These are the auto socks that go around our tires to give us traction on the ice.
Arvada fire engineer Tim Daniel is getting the fire engine ready for tonight's freeze.
This truck has on spots, so they're chains that you push a button and they drop down underneath the tires.
Standard procedure for first responders working in icy conditions and bitter cold.
We practice doing that even before it gets icy or snowy out, just so we can do it in a fast-paced manner. So it's just extra training that we have to do to be prepared.
That also includes bundling up.
So it's got a moisture barrier on the inside, a thermal barrier, and then the outer shell. Multiple layers kind of helps keeps us warm.
We also wear dry wicking t-shirts or other layers, just how you would going skiing.
And making sure everyone exits the engine safely.
Making sure it's not icy or deep snow or in a slushy puddle or whatever, just making sure that we're not slipping, because if we get hurt, then it's hard for us to do our jobs, helping other people.
Ready to help others as they prepare for the unexpected, like crashes due to icy roads, or the possibility of fires and carbon monoxide poisoning due to improper heating.
It's going to be a lot of black ice. Hopefully people stay home tonight.
Sure, the weather might bring different calls in, but that's why we love doing it, is to help the people, to do different things, use our minds to help people and make a difference in the community.
And just like fire engineer Tim Daniel said, stay home if you can, because the roads are only going to get worse by the hour. Reporting live in Denver, Adria Arajita, Denver 7.
Adria, thank you. ER departments are prepping for the cold snap, expecting more patients due to slips, falls, and hypothermia. Hypothermia can set in as little as 15 minutes if skin is exposed to these freezing conditions.
You know, where we see frostbite the most are fingers and toes, the nose, the cheeks, and the chin. And those are high-risk areas for cold injury.
Experts recommend minimizing exposure by planning your outfit now. Start with a moisture-wicking layer, then add insulation, a snow jacket, and something wind and water resistant. Gloves are better than mittens. Also, keep extra clothes, gloves, and blankets in your car in case you get stuck.